Good evening, I'm Kevin Christopher.
And I'm Haley Harmon, in tonight for Nancy Cox. Thanks for joining us at 6. Boy, we've seen a lot of rain in the bluegrass over the past couple of days.
That's an understatement, isn't it? So we begin with Bill in the Storm Tracker Weather Center because there's some out there right now and more on the way.
Indeed. Well, this is kind of the best way to look at this particular thunder shower as it's going away from Lexington, although you folks up in Bourbon County, you're dealing with it, but that's looking at it as it's gone across the north side of Lexington, dumped about 0.4 of an inch of rain in an hour on the north side of Lexington in the heavy downpour. Max Track Live Doppler, you are looking at that thunder shower now working its way up into Bourbon County. It's the strongest storm of the bunch, centered on Paris at this point. So you folks there going along Lexington Road down to Paris Pike, you have seen that heavy rain. It continues up to Millersburg, headed to Carlisle, back on 460 to just about the Scott County line. The storm finally got a little bit of giddy up after sitting on the west side of Fayette County for about an hour. It's now working its way up to the northeast and beginning to pull north. You're also looking at one thunder shower in northern Breathitt County and some steady rain from Knott up into Floyd and Johnson counties. So our future track, well, the good news with this is, yeah, okay, we're going to have to deal with some thunder showers still around as we go through this evening, but they're scattered. Not everybody sees them. There are things going on this evening. We like to keep things dry, but again, the threat for thunder showers will linger. Fog will also begin to form later on tonight. But the thing is, tomorrow, we'll see fewer showers around. Certainly some rain-cooled air, low into mid-70s here at 6 o'clock. There are changes, good ones, in time for your weekend. We'll talk about all that in just a minute.
All right, sounds good to us, Bill. Thank you.
Let's get to some breaking news in Lexington. We've been telling you about a big traffic backup on New Circle Road after at least one crash near Alumni Drive.
Let's get an update now. Connor McHugh is live at the scene with details. Connor?
Well, things are not as bad here traffic-wise as they were the last 10 minutes, 20 minutes. It's gotten better as we've been here. But still, if you are on the south side of Lexington trying to get to the east side of Lexington, it is best to avoid the outer loop of New Circle. You can look and see it is still closed, both lanes. Right now we are in between Richmond Road and Alumni. Just a few minutes ago they had wreckers with 3 different cars. All 3 of them had some kind of damage. From the traffic cameras that we can see from Alumni Road looking toward Tate's Creek, you could also see some other cars with other damage. Again, we don't know exactly how this happened, but we do know there were a number of wrecks on the outer loop of New Circle just within the last hour. Again, the outer loop is closed, at least between Richmond and Alumni. I've heard between Tate's Creek as well. If you are trying to get around on this side of town, it is best to avoid the outer loop. Back to you guys.
Yep, right. Still a slow go out there. Thanks, Connor.
Yes. Well, a Franklin County man dies of respiratory issues after sheriff's deputies said they were forced to put him in handcuffs.
Michael Burke has more from Frankfort about the circumstances that led up to it in the LEX 18 Big Story at 6.
Franklin County Sheriff's deputies were serving a routine warrant at this home in the eastern part of the county when things became anything but routine.
I was in bed and I heard all this noise, you know, doors slamming and things, and the ambulance was over there and the fire trucks and tons and tons of police cars.
When deputies arrived, Roy Mitchell was on his porch and informed them the person they were looking for was in fact inside, but he then allegedly confronted officers, becoming somewhat violent. They had to place him in handcuffs, at which point his breathing appeared to be compromised. 2 inhalers were given, which worked, but only briefly. Deputies then administered CPR, but to no avail, and Mr. Mitchell died at the scene. Franklin County Sheriff Pat Melton said they believe Mitchell had a medical issue and that his health was not very good, adding, "My deputies feel horrible about what happened to him." So does his longtime neighbor.
He was a nice guy, you know. We said hi when we saw one another.
The suspect deputies were originally looking for was taken into custody peacefully. Covering the news in Frankfort, Michael Burke, LEX 18 News.
It's been a little more than 6 months since the mass shooting at Marshall County High School killed 2 students and injured more than a dozen other people.
Well, now one Marshall County student wanted a more permanent memorial to honor his 2 friends who were killed. As Lee Searcy shows us, survivor Devin Evans made art from his tragic experience.
I walked into school. I was in school for about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, walked in and said, "Hey," all my friends stood right next to Bailey, and all of a sudden I just felt a push in my back and I thought someone pushed me, and that's whenever I heard the next couple shots, and I looked down and saw Gage Smock and I jumped down towards him.
Devin Evans saw his friends get shot on January 23rd, not realizing until later that he was shot too.
He was shot through the back shoulder, and once the bullet went in him, there's really no explanation as to why this happened, but the bullet made a left-hand turn, 90-degree left-hand turn. Instead of coming out his chest, it would have come out approximately right around in here, it come out his shoulder.
There's no reason that bullet should have turned, so where it went in, if it would have went out straight, it would have went through my heart.
Devin returned to school when everyone else did.
To show that everybody, if I was okay, that they're okay, and to show that anything's possible no matter what. At first they said I wouldn't be able to move my arm for a couple of weeks or a month. Like I said, I came to every practice, but then I started working out after a week and a half.
He plays defensive end and fullback on the football team. Working out wasn't doctor's orders, but Devin was determined to get back to a routine.
It's always in your head knowing that that's happened and waking up and looking in the mirror and seeing that hole.
He didn't want to see the jarring reminder of his injury, so he came up with the idea of a tattoo to cover it up.
We got the steps leading up to the time of the shooting, and Bailey and Preston are walking up, and it's going to be with the background. It's going to be going into heaven. That's what the clock's standing for. That's Bailey, and Preston has he has his baseball number, and then he has 5.
Where the bullet exited his body is where the gear of the clock is forever 7:57 a.m.
You relive it every day. I know Devin does. I do.
He'll never forget what happened that day at Marshall County High School. But when he looks down at his shoulder, he sees his friends, not the tragedy that took them away from him. Covering the news, Lee Searcy, LEX 18 News.
And the tattoo isn't done yet. Devin says a tattoo artist still has several hours of work to do on it to add some more detail to make it just right.
After 2 separate fires, just hours apart from each other, in one Estill County apartment building, investigators say one man has been arrested and charged with arson for those fires on Valley Drive in Irvin. LEX 18's Jacqueline Nye talked to the person who called 911.
It all started early this morning.
I was actually the one that called the fire department. I was leaving for work.
Robert Danley lives just up the road from the building. He says he knew what was happening the second he saw the smoke.
I seen black smoke coming up, and I used to be a volunteer firefighter, and I seen the smoke, and I knew what it was. And I was easing down, and I seen it just rolling out the windows.
The Irvin Fire Department says the first fire started in the kitchen of an apartment on the first floor. Then just a couple hours later, they were called out again, this time for a fire on the second floor. Danley says he never saw something like this coming.
As far as I know, it's been a quiet little community, I guess what you'd call it.
The police department says they arrested Joseph Lambert for setting both of the fires. Investigators say Lambert initially told police he saw a man in all black run away from the fire, but later confessed to setting both.
It's kind of close to my family. I ain't too thrilled about it. I've got my baby girl at home and all that, and I worry about them.
Police say Lambert lives nearby and wanted to set the building on fire so the people who were living there would leave. Covering the news in Estill County, Jacqueline Nye, LEX 18 News.
It's something that sits in your purse or pocket every day, and you probably never think twice about it, your ID. But for the homeless population, not having an ID can make it difficult to get on the right track.
Well, now the city of Lexington has announced a new program to help. Tiffany Jackson has all the details.
You may not realize how valuable it is until you don't have one.
When you're displaced like this, you're a lot more likely to cherish your ID.
State-issued identification cards can be hard to get for the homeless population. That's why the city is partnering with the Fayette Circuit Clerk's office to make it easier. The person will need their birth certificate and social security card, and then a case manager at a local shelter has to verify that they are homeless. All they have to do is bring those documents to the clerk's office, and their new ID is free.
They'll be no different. The process will be the same. All we're really doing is using the agency's address as their address.
Not having an ID can make finding a job or housing impossible, but that's not all.
You know, if you want to apply for food stamps or Medicaid or any of the other services that are offered through Health and Social Services, you're going to run into obstacles there.
The new program is an effort to make sure no one in Lexington runs into those problems.
We want you to work your way out of homelessness, and if we can remove the barriers to do that, that's what we need to do.
Covering the news in Lexington, Tiffany Jackson, LEX 18 News.
The IDs are fully funded by a grant through the city's Office of Homelessness Prevention and Intervention, and the new program officially kicked off today.
Well, big news. Newly retired Triple Crown winner Justify is getting settled into his new Kentucky home. The champion racehorse arrived at Bluegrass Airport around 12:30 this afternoon from California and headed straight to Windstar Farm in Versailles. Last month, as we reported, it was announced that Justify had been suffering from swelling in his ankles and could no longer race, so he officially retired. He was the first undefeated Triple Crown winner since Seattle Slew in 1977. Justify is expected to begin work in the breeding shed in February. A big get for UK football today. They've signed a new recruit with some pretty impressive stats.
Watch how the team is making a difference in this young player's life next on LEX 18 News at 6.